You know, sometimes you just want to place a block of TNT in the middle of all your valuables and just blow it all up. Well, you can do that if you're an absolute pro like I am and know that, well, you know, ender chests have a bit of a weird hitbox and actually TNT could explode right above them. And yeah, the center of explosion of a TNT sits kind of low on the block, and as this is not technically a full block, yeah, it makes it so the TNT, for the game at least, stuck in the block, and therefore it's, yeah, blast power gets negated almost completely. You couldn't do the same thing with an enchanting table, and this is a nice way, you know, to troll your friends a bit. Be careful, of course, if you get too close to the blast, and I stand close and see if it kills me, but I don't think so. I mean, you would take a little bit of damage, right? But yeah, nothing can happen if you do that. Yeah, I know. You can thank me later. Always something new here. So yeah, last time we showed this cool randomizer here. Whee! Kablam! We're definitely gonna use that, and yeah, I spent the time here clearing out the space a little bit and also started to partially frame in the redstone for our Simon game here. And it looks pretty now. You can walk alongside of it and admire the beauty of the redstone in there. Yeah, made it all white and clean like a lab, you know. This is our redstone lab here. So good stuff. So this trick I just showed you, I thought this would be a phenomenal little quirky thing we could use here in our redstone museum slash shop, because yeah, technically it's also almost like a museum, because I plan to have all kinds of cool quirky setups in there to demonstrate what we can do with redstone. And yeah, one I would like to have, of course, is some nice triple extenders and other things in compact ways. There might be a C-bar demonstration. You know, some of the redstone tricks maybe not everybody would know about. And I think that is interesting for you guys, because, you know, you can pick up a thing or two. And also it's fun for me because I get a chance to collab and work out cool designs with my friends. That's what I love to do most. And yeah, just now I was spending a good 2 hours or so with methods of the Hermitcraft server again. Yeah, and we were hanging out and developing a cool little quirky redstone machine. TNT duping is involved and whatnot, using this fun little trick I just showed you. And we want to use it as some sort of jump scare, you know, to impress our potential clients. So here is obviously the Simon Says games, right? And right below, I want to dig out until I reach floor level here as well. So up to here, and we can have a room here with a centerpiece. In the middle we could have this ender chest, and we can have it, you know, we want to have some interactive things for the hermits here to try out. I also maybe wanted to go into zero ticking and explain that a bit by showing a setup that kind of you know, compares a piston movement with zero ticks and without, and you know, all these little things. But as a centerpiece, I thought this cool TNT jump scare would be quite funny. So, you know, we'd have a room down here and up in the ceiling. I'll hook up a nice little redstone magic device we just developed that will, yeah, seamlessly make TNT appear out of nowhere, pretty much, and drop it, and it will be in the middle of the room, and the hermit that comes in here and tries it out goes like, whoa, wait a minute, what's happening here? No, 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 please don't blow up, and yeah, you know, something like that. So yeah, I need to clear some space here, and we need to kind of lay out the room a little bit more. So the idea is, I said I want to have this staircase kind of going around and coming down. At the moment, I think this is a thing I will do, but I'm not 100% sure yet. But what I would like to do is maybe hook up a magic staircase in the wall then, if I do that, that pops out of nowhere, also seamless, and leading the player up and around and down. But whatever we do to get the player down here, maybe we also hook up some short redstone elevators or so. Yeah, they will definitely be in this room and make it around the Simon Says game. That's for sure. So I have a 3 wide passageway around the Simon game. Simon says, I can't make up my mind, you know, Simon says, Simon game. Yeah, there's choices. And yeah, this is definitely gonna be yeah, white concrete here too, right? And then afterwards we could have the room yeah, opening up a little bit. We have not infinite space here. Eventually we probably hit the end of the hill, but that's good. And height wise I probably end up with the ceiling height here of the Simon game, and then we have enough space to in between hide our redstone wiring and whatnot. So yeah, let me do some more digging, but not before I remind you, next weekend, it's getting closer, 4 days guys, the big charity stream on Doc M77 live for cancer, or yeah, against cancer, but for a charity that works in research and yeah, helps people that have cancer, and I think it's a super good cause, young adults with cancer. So make sure to check that out. There is a link in the video description to all my social media as usual. Just make sure to follow me on Twitter and so on, and check out yeah, the Twitch live stream as well. If you're not following yet, make sure to follow, spread the word, all the good stuff, right? Make sure to help me out there. This morning I had a talk with the people of the yeah, cancer foundation there, and yeah, it was a really good talk, and they're super excited. And yeah, for them it's a totally new venture, you know, trying to reach out to the gamers and the gaming community like we are here, and they're super excited, and hopefully will not disappoint, you know, and blow them away with what we can do together. So yeah, really excited for that. And yeah, let me do some more digging here, right? And I see you in a little bit. Hi, Ren. Alrighty, so I just did some measurements, and turns out the front of the Simon game is an even number on the inside here, those blocks. So that means like a 1 block quirky thing like our TNT thing here, we cannot have you know, on either this or that side. So I kind of think right now the plan is shaping up more. Either we have a staircase coming down here or from the sides, and this is kind of the lobby, right? And then you would wander around the whole setup. Here we would have the TNT fun thing, and then maybe here we have our randomizers, so you can press that and maybe win a coupon, and then we have another small thing here and another thing over there as nice showcase pieces. And yeah, when you're all the way around, maybe here then when the staircase is coming down left and right, we could have a centralized door that is leading to a vault where you kind of place your offers or something. So it's shaping up. You know, in many cases I don't really plan ahead with these builds. It's just things happen and form follows function. So yeah, we have this room here, and later we probably have a glass wall in front of it, but also a button to press, probably on the ground here or here, I'm not quite sure. And yeah, the quirky thing will be then the TNT will appear out of nowhere. It will drop from the ceiling. So we need to remove this block and place it back. So to do so, we need a kind of a downward facing block swapper. Like all block swappers downwards and so on are pretty much based on a setup like this when we want to grab this block. So we extend, go down, go up, bring it back, right? And yeah, to get that wired up is actually fairly simple now these days with observers. You could do, for example, let me think, something like that. Let's use a node block to bring the power around the corner, and then you just need a block out here, right, when it is extended with a bit of delay through these observers here. We want to power this guy, so we grab this block. And yeah, from the other side it should also be relatively simple. Let's say we could do an observer here, That will trigger everything now, and then we need a repeater because we want to have a slower pulse out there. It's already doing things, so that's good. And yeah, pretty much then from here we need a centralized input we will also use for the other part of the machine, which will be a nice TNT duper, which places the TNT exactly where we want it. So to trigger it, we should probably use a button later. So let's convert the signal a little bit here with a little monostable like that, and then we could come in back here. That would be nice, and then we can wire up there. So we do something like that maybe, and put the button here. Alright, and now we have to reset this, but yeah, we should have something that works. Let's see if I can get that block back in here again. Let's try it out. So place this guy here, and let's put that back. Let's press the button. Nice. And of course we can silence this up here. Let's just block this, right? Or we can put some string on there or whatever. So, but yeah, that's cool. So what will happen is we will drop the TNT right here. So we will also need to push the TNT over, right? When it lays there. So we need a bit of more piston here, and then we need to think here. It lays there. Then we retract that. All right, and it, yeah, we need to power this. So later I will have my TNT duper sitting up on top there, a pretty compact and cool design for 1.13. And yeah, we need some torch delay as well. Let's grab some redstone torches. Here we go. And then we can use those to bring the signal up a bit, and we wire later from there. Yeah, and now we just bring the signal down here. So we do something like that, and boom boom, and add a little bit of delay, and then we should have a nice pusher here, something like that. Alright, so now as I'm looking at it, I actually wanted to have nice and bright blocks here with everything. So we should go ahead and make everything that is kind of crucial a colored block, so it looks a bit nicer. Let's remove that up there too, and maybe a light source can sit there later. We'll see. Okay, and this guy, and this way, 1, 2, 3. Okay, this needs to go, and we need to put the redstone dust on top, so we actually get the monostable functionality out of it. Okay, button, torch, so it all looks nice and shiny. I might need to make one more concrete block though, or a few more, if you want to have the whole thing working nicely. Okay, so let's reset it and test it. Let's put that here. Alright, we press the button. Yeah, looks good. Let's put a piece of sand there or so we can see if a falling entity would behave the way we want. Maybe we have some gravel. Yeah. All right, and then we could test it with TNT too if we like, but yeah, I'd rather avoid that. All right. Oh. It was in the way here shortly. I don't think though it would happen with TNT, to be honest. It shouldn't fail with TNT. Well, we can try. Should we? I mean, if this blows up, you know, it's not that bad. Yeah, let's try it. Come on. We gotta test our stuff, right? So let's give it a little bit of a guardrail here. Alright, I just need to make sure we can actually reach that. So let's put a wire around. Like this. Alright, and then we can reach it from here when we have the TNT ignited. So let's test it real quick. Oh yeah, and probably we would want to have a block behind here too, right there. Should work. Alright. Whoop. A bit of a risk here, of course, we take, but I'm pretty confident it would work. Alright, let's go through our steps. We place the TNT here. I'll ignite it, and I press the button. Perfect. That worked. Yes. Cool stuff. Let's do it again, just to be sure. Yep, that works. Awesome. So we got one part of the machine done. I just need to make sure these are nice blocks, and we technically probably don't even need them, but you know, better be safe than sorry. Okay, and make this floor here nice and white, and then we can add some more redstone magic to this. And it will also be exposed, kind of encased like this, right? So everything looks pretty and people can actually see what's going on here. Alright, now we need to add the TNT duper to the whole dealio. Now I'm thinking, first of all, I want to have my guardrails here, just to make sure. So something like that, right? So when the TNT lands here, it gets nicely pushed. I even am considering having not a glass block here, but a full block, just to be completely sure. So technically this would be part of this lower circuit still. And then the TNT duper setup, which is, by the way, yeah, discovered by a bunch of people, but first was shown by, oh man, a guy from China. What was his name again? I'll put a link to his original video in the video description, but El Mango also did videos about the TNT duper and so on. So yeah, but Minecraft community worldwide, man. The Chinese, China #1. I'm just saying, man. So, alright, we need a bit of sticky piston up here too, so we can make this work. Hopefully we have enough slime blocks now. I'm gonna use the white concrete as some scaffolding now, so we know what's up. So first of all, for TNT duper, we need a piston up here, right? And then we just need slime blocks in an L shape, like so. And then we can remove these again. And yeah, in our case, we want to have a glass block sitting right here as an additional pusher. That's definitely gonna help a lot. And yeah, then we need some of that here, some cobble wall, right? This is where our TNT will be. Everything seems to be lined up properly. Yeah. And then, you know, for the first setup, so you can put the TNT in but still put some blocks around, you need an L shape here too, right next to the cobble. And then the magic trick in this case is actually a bit of that coral right here, and that is helping with the TNT duping. And then you also need a detector rail up there, and you want to put a minecart on there then. But before we do that, we also want to make sure everything drops properly. So around here, I definitely want to have some leaves, you know, that are not carried with the slime or whatever. Let me see, do we even need leaves here? Could also probably do glass blocks actually, because there is no real slime blocks moving in front of it. So yeah, could also be glass like that. Should be good. Let me double check so we're making no mistake here. If we screw up now, we blow up the whole thing and we have to rebuild. That would suck. But looking at it now, should look good. We cannot test fire it. We need to put the TNT in first. And yeah, I guess we should do this now. So, alright, get the TNT in there. Right there, and we put a minecart on top. It's also very much needed. Okay, and then we can trigger it once, and the thing should be primed, and then it should be ready to dupe TNT. Okay, we need one button. Yep, I really don't have a button on me. It's always the same. Always the button is missing. Wait a sec. I should have a bunch of stone here. Alright, let's make one. Quickly clear the inventory here of stuff we don't need. Alright, so where is my button? Hello? Oh, I had buttons in my inventory, I knew it. Sometimes you're so blind. Okay, so this is our trigger here. Alright, let's prime it. Alright, nothing should happen. Now the TNT duper is primed. If I would place blocks around here now, the TNT would update and drop. So, you know, get these glass blocks in there first. Alright, let's see. Well, guess we need to do a take two. Alright, fixed it again. Let's try again. That looked really good. I don't know what went wrong there. I removed the guardrails. I think the TNT dropped on the guardrails there, but we don't need them anyways. So let's see if we can observe it nicely. All kinds of stuff is happening. Alright, and I connected a button to the same button we have upstairs, so now the attraction would be you come around here and be like, what is that? Amazing. It shouldn't kill the player here. I mean, you know, you get a little bit of explosion damage, but nothing major. And the cool thing is nothing here falls apart. The room stays completely intact and we have a TNT explosion right in the face of the player. So here is where the power comes up. And make sure to connect with a repeater here. Right, so you get this block fully and the power goes this way and that way. Gotta make sure of that. Otherwise, yeah, you might blow your thing up. That wasn't the problem we had, but I would say this thing is stable. We could call it. So now what I wanted to do, of course, here for a thing like that as well, we have the white concrete powder kind of as a wall, you know, and then we frame it in nicely as another cool showpiece here. And that is kind of the theme of the whole thing. So it really stands out and people are like, what the heck is all these glass things and why is there crazy redstone behind it? You know, we want to intrigue people. So yeah, fully encasing this thing. And then we'll see how it looks, but it should be pretty cool if you ask me. Really nice, another nice redstone contraption, and yeah, we want to show how clean our redstone is. And nice, right? That's the whole goal. And here this looks already pretty cool, and then of course we will build glass on top there too. Do I have still more glass on me, by the way? I was buying quite a lot over at Wells's shop, but I hope he refills soon. I don't think he has refilled much lately, so I'm hoping to catch him. Yeah, I'll get some glass. That's the smallest problem we have. And yeah, I'll encase that and then we look at it in its full glory. Well, sadly this tree must go. Where is this last log? Ah, there it is. Alright, I missed that last log while I was chopping that thing down. Alright, but for every tree we remove, we should replant one. We're still the Nature Health Organization after all. That's our whole mantra. All of a sudden we turned into a capitalist money-making machine. But hey, I'll take that too. Alright, let's grab some of the blocks we mined here. Okay, starting to look more clean and organized. And in my head, it's all starting to make sense. Slowly but surely. Good, we have this nice box here now. It's nicely framed in. Yeah, looking good, looking good. Then we will do the same to the redstone up there. I'm just not going to do it yet because I still don't know 100% where I am gonna hook up the Simon game to. You know, what door, what triggers that makes it necessary to play this to open up. So probably I have some sort of door set up right here behind it. So you turn around and something happens here. But we'll see. I'll figure it out. For now, we're gonna focus on the individual elements here. So next up, we're gonna put some over there and here too, and then we'll see. We'll stitch it together. But yeah, this works now beautifully. You can be in here. You can press the button. Some crazy magic happens to be like, what the heck? TNT right in front of me, but for some reason, nothing damaged. So that's cool. I like that. And then probably I'll have a frame of the concrete powder around to kind of have it all blend in together nicely and so on. But yeah, we'll figure it out. It will come together. We pulled it off every time so far and made something cool. But I have at least a vision now. It would be cool if you have different sized cubicles like that. And then we have our redstone displayed in there. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool. Alright, so I would say that's it. Let's call it for today. I'm quite busy still with the charity event, but you know, it's totally worth it. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have some cool, quirky redstone stuff, let me know. Little showpieces we could, you know, integrate in our setup. But yeah, so far we have 2 cool pieces. The random generator, I think I'll hook that up off camera until next time. We saw the design already, and the TNT duper. And of course I will also think of some more cool stuff to add to the setup here. So see you next time. I'm out. Bye guys, and yeah, in case you need a server, check out the link to MCProHosting down there. 10 of you guys already signed up. Pretty cool. Bye!